Donald Trump appeared visibly unwell as he returned to Washington, D.C., where he gave a chaotic press conference outside the White House. He seemed mentally confused, struggling to comprehend the question being asked. At one point, he repeatedly said, cannot understand, cannot understand. When he finally processed one of the questions, he bizarrely suggests that Russia drone invasion of Poland might have been a mistake. Earlier in the day, Trump attended the 9/11 ceremony at the Pentagon, where he appeared with a noticeably drooping face, raising further concern about his condition. Now, I am not a medical expert, but many in the medical community have been speculating about what might be going on. In previous videos, I have shared commentary from medical professionals who have raised the possibility that Donald Trump may have experienced multiple strokes or similar neurological events. If you look at this image outlining how to support stroke symptoms quickly and compare it to the Donald Trump appearance today, there are some noticeable similarities. Additionally, as we have shown in previous videos, here on the network, Trump has exhibited difficulty working in straight line. Take just one example. With Donald Trump had member of our military kneel and rolled out the red carpet for Vladimir Putin. He noticeably zigzagged while working, unable to maintain a straight line. We have also seen that Trump often struggle to form complete sentence, frequently jumbling but thoughts and speaking in the disjointed, nonsensical manner. With that context in mind, take a closer look at what just happened during today's mysterious press conference outside the White House after returning from the Pentagon event. Trump was fielding questions from reporters, including one that asked, "Do you have any reaction to the Russian drones with invade Poland, prompting Poland to invoke Article 4 of NATO?" Trump simply respond, cannot understand, cannot understand. Here, watch this clip.
Handle it. Thank Can't understand.
Next, Donald Trump is asked about the dozen of people, over six in fact, who have been killed in Congo by ISIS and affiliated forces in the ongoing conflict here. Trump has previously claimed that the personally resolved the war in the Congo and brought total peace to the region. Yet another a statement. Here, watch this clip.
This week, Mr. President, I witnessed more than 60 people in DRC Congo were killed. There is people affiliated with ISIS. Terrorist groups are taking advantage because of the situation going on because of the war. So what is your word for Congolese people?
Well, we're going to be talking to them. As you know, we are talking to them. It's a very violent place. It's very, very violent. For a long time, it's been going on for 30 years, 35 years even, they say. But we're going to handle it. Thank you.
Next, Donald Trump is asked about the criminal convention of Jair Bolsonaro, the former president of Brazil, who led an insurrection in attempt to overthrow Brazil's duly elected government. Much like Trump's own action following the 2020 US election, unlike in the United States, where the Supreme Court failed to hold Trump accountable and granted him immunity, Brazil judiciary convicted Bolsonaro is insurrection and the now faces the possibility of spending the rest of his life in prison. Here's how Donald Trump responded. Play this clip.
In Brazil, Bolsonaro was just found guilty by the Supreme Court. You've been very clear that you would apply sanctions. Are you thinking further sanctions to Brazil because of this Bolsonaro?
Well, I watched that trial. I know him pretty well. Foreign leader. I thought he was a good president of Brazil. And it's very surprising that could happen. That's very much like they tried to do with me, but they didn't get away with it at all. But I can only say this. I knew him as president of Brazil. He was a good man. And I don't see that happening.
When Donald Trump finally grasps the question about the Russian drone strike in Poland, he responded in a way that displays completely weakness, saying, probably a mistake. I just think that could all have been a mistake. Here's clip. Take a look.
What's your reaction What's your reaction to Russian drone incursion into Poland?
Could have been a mistake. Could have been a mistake. But regardless, I'm not happy about anything having to do with that whole situation. But hopefully it's going to come to an end.
Next, Donald Trump addresses the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Once again he places the blame on the left and Democrats, whom has previously labeled as terrorists. He says we have a radical left group of leftists, just absolute leftists. This is Trump's strategy now stoking division and inflaming tension. Here's play the clip.
Not really. I'm really concerned for our country. We have a great country. We have a radical left group of lunatics out there, just absolute lunatics, and we're going to get that problem solved. I'm only concerned for the country. Yeah.
It's hard not to think about how former President Obama and other past presidents responded to deadly shooting and targeted assassination. Their focus was on healing and uniting the country. In stark contrast, Donald Trump is doing the exact opposite right now. By now, we have likely seen the photo of the suspect, a thin white male wearing a American flag t-shirt and reads "Land of Free, Home of Brave." We will continue to update you as more information become available. Here's Donald Trump at the 9/11 commemoration. You can see for yourself the troubling condition he was in. It's quite disturbing. Take a look at this clip.
Hilda E. Taylor. Lieutenant Colonel Kip P. Taylor, United States Army. Leonard E. Taylor. Sandra C. Taylor. Sandra D. Teague.
Now here's what Congresswoman AOC had to say about Donald Trump and mega Republican Congress member blaming Democrats before the shooter's identity was even known. Take a look at this clip.
The president, at his speech, he was very critical of left-wing violence. What do you think of that message, and do you agree with them that left-wing violence is a problem?
There is no understanding, as we know publicly, of who this individual is, what their motivations were, where they came from, whether it is a member of Congress, whether it is the President of the United States. To assume and assert and cast blame when the FBI has failed to even apprehend the assailant is absolutely an irresponsible action.
This is something we saw mega Republicans doing throughout the day. For example, Senator Mark Wayne Mellon made the following statement. Play this clip.
They robbed a voice that spoke common sense because of their hatred to people that disagree with them, but yet they're the ones that try to champion free speech. But we're not the ones out there trying to silence them through violence. It's ridiculous. And I know, Sean, that I'm not the only one out there hurting, and I'm not the only one that's upset by this. But when is enough? When is the Democrats going to stand up and apologize for the hatred and the lies that they have fed their base that's led to these actions?
Mega Republican Congressman Bob Anderson said the following. Play this clip.
Well, what for us? Well, everything has changed. If we didn't know it already, there is no longer any middle ground. Some of the American left are undoubtedly well-meaning people, but their ideology is pure evil. They hate the good, the truth, and the beautiful, and embrace the evil, the false, and the ugly. And they literally will kill those with whom they disagree, just as their predecessor leftists Marx and Stalin and Lenin and Pol Pot and Fidel Castro did. We must know that. That kind of rhetoric is incredibly dangerous and has no place in discourse here in the United States. I will be doing a full video on this soon, but first, a shout out to Bloomberg for obtaining 18,000 emails from the Jeffrey Epstein Yahoo account. Some of those emails mention Donald Trump, while others reveal Epstein's ongoing connection with Ghislaine Maxwell, even after Maxwell claimed she had cut ties with him. This raises serious question about whether she may have committed perjury during her FBI interview, which she conducted with Todd Blanche
Donald Trump, former criminal defense attorney, who is now the second in the command at the DOJ. Our legal AF channel on the network feature Michael Popak breaking down the email and explaining how this could be devastating for Trump. This message is from Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein, likely sent just before Epstein signed his non-prosecution agreement. It's reasonable to assume that prosecutor approached Donald Trump, Abby Gossman, and others conducted two properties in West Palm Beach during their investigation. Abby Gossman is a healthcare mogul who owned the property that Trump eventually bought for 41 million, though only after a recent bidding war with Epstein. That's reportedly why Trump and Epstein stopped communicating after 2007 and 2008. These emails support that timeline and show that even Epstein was concerned about the transaction. It seemed prosecutor was interested in questioning Trump and Gossman about his property. The mention of the dog in West Palm Beach likely referred not to a doctor but to documents recorded with the property assessor or clerk's office in the West Palm Beach, something I know well from living there. Finally, Pascoe is another real estate figure known for both Epstein and Trump, and he was also listed in Epstein's birthday book. He is the one who poses the photo showing Donald Trump with Epstein, allegedly involved in sale of guns for $22,000.